Welcome to my humble abode. I'm Yoki the Tailspin, and this.
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came!
Okay, Tales over coffee. We start the day together with an additive game and a cup of coffee in the hope of welcoming a blessed day. We turn now to Stray Gods, the musical. We've been to Aphrodite's party. Watched her pass on. We talked to Persephone just now. Talked to Freddy. Our good friend.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse.
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I went to a party held by the goddess of love, and she died.
Man, I always miss the really good parties. Here I was, sitting at home, just reading a book. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
Our cousin Brian.
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to
yeah.
save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things?
Oh,
And
wonderful.
where is Kaz Oh.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
There you go. They've got their own issues going on. Fun issues. What do you know about the gods?
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's got to be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe? Who do you want to hear about?
Tell me about Apollo.
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun
Sun,
and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well, he was also a giant horn dog, Grace. I can list off like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Weren't they all like that, though?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone
Or a
as
shower
a
of gold.
swan. And no, they aren't all
Or a
like that.
bull.
Our sun god had a reputation.
A lot of them are like that, I'll be honest. But yeah, Zeus was, yeah, definitely captain of the douches. Ravishing, or whichever word you think is more accurate. And I won't argue with you if you use it, I just won't use it on YouTube. As a swan, a bull, a shower of gold, various other things. Let's go out Persephone.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry, she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
You're right, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true.
One thing I'm surprised you didn't mention there, Winter was created when she was down in the in Hades in the underworld, but she was allowed back to the surface for 6 months of the year, which were the summer months. Well, Pan.
You said Pan was some kind of lust god, right?
Yeah, kind of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness,
Mm-hmm.
humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him.
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
Okay, Calliope?
Do you know anything about the Muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9, though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry?
And
She
eloquence.
inspired the Odyssey.
Wow. I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies. So what's that?
I don't know that, miss. Ask about Athena.
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
And war, yeah.
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge.
Fair,
Athena wasn't
yeah.
all sweetness and light. She was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in those days?
Yeah, I
Not
guess
that many.
not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She
Know that.
cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them
true.
blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her then.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about the vindictiveness, but again, that's something that's common among a lot of the gods of ancient Greece. Was it Demeter who was bathing naked in the woods and found by a hunter, and therefore had him ripped apart by his own hounds? As one example. About the
Just
idols.
how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me? I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone. Makes you think about what's been lost. But also, what might still be out there.
Yeah, that's true. The other gods?
You think
Tell
there
me
might
about
be
them.
other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know? Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own
True.
pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? And all those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, it's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi?
I think Ganesha is an Egyptian goddess. God. A crocodile-headed one, I'm not sure. Lakshmi I've heard of, but I don't know. But yeah, I was going to say, Pan being turned into Satan, he wasn't the only goat-headed fertility god. You'll find them in a number of European mythologies. So he's probably... It would have been in the right region, but it could have been others as well involved in that. Enough about mythology.
I wonder how much of those stories are true.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this, but even they rarely agree with each other.
Really? Nothing definitive?
Ancient Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
Yeah. Let's face it, how many things about actual people nowadays is valid when it's written? Have they stayed secret?
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah.
Yep.
You're right.
Yep, it's true. But conspiracies are idiocy, but they also, some have existed and been real. And some of the more ridiculous ones real. But we don't know. Probably not. But if we don't know... Tell you about the band.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Ugh, I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band. Okay? That's the rule.
I love it.
Okay, that's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
That was a fun little excursion into Freddy's knowledge. Let's go to the reliquary. And sort out Asterion's love life. Freddy's come with. Okay, cool.
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
By the way, when I first said reliquary, why are they a leash? I was for some reason mixing the word up with phylactery. I don't know why. I thought you'd like
said
it.
there would be books. You like books, right?
I do like books.
Mm-hmm. See, there you go. Apparently this reliquary place has all the books you could ever dream of.
A reliquary? Ooh, I bet it has relics. I want a wand of fireballs.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
Tell me about
Do you know
Hecate.
anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft,
Yep.
the really dark kind.
Could be.
Oh. But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
You're amazing.
I'm so glad I brought you, Freddy. I wouldn't know the first thing about any of this.
Nah. Well, I hope it's actually helpful to tell you these things.
Why wouldn't it be?
Well, 'cause it could all be wrong. I would have never pegged Apollo for a surfer dude with confidence issues.
Huh. Yeah, good point.
And the idol we're helping.
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No.
I do, I
Did
looked
I?
it up.
That's the Minotaur's real name.
The bull boy.
You know, big bull head, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
Is a Minotaur dangerous?
This Minotaur.
He doesn't know, I do.
You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all.
Mm-hmm.
Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
We should go in.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
That's my
Meddle in love
specialty.
lives? Sweet Talk, the goddess of witchcraft? Freddy, who are you dealing with?
The master meddler and sweet talker.
Damn straight.
I look forward to seeing you in operation. There's no way at all this could go poorly.
No, obviously not. Ah, she's a big girl. Hello, Lady Hecate.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came!
Okay. Let me introduce myself.
I am really sorry if we startled you. My name is Grace. We've never met before, but, I'm the new muse.
And I'm Freddy. Big fan.
If I broke a rule, I apologize. Pan didn't mention anything about that, I'm afraid.
You are Grace?
Surprise. Surprise to see us, huh? And now she's taking a more regular height by the look of it. There we go.
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Well, she was meant to die, but not now. You knew it would happen.
Wait, what? You knew Calliope was going to die?
No, I am not informed of this for another 11 months and 3 days.
Then
Or I
how
could
do you
just
know ahead?
tell you now?
That cannot be. It is written.
I'd say your book's wrong.
Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident, and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Did a little bit, yeah. Seems so.
They're wrong about this. Calliope was murdered just a few days ago.
That is impossible.
I don't know what to tell you.
You will explain. We will both sit, and you will explain. There will be tea. Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
She's working on it. Won't be any good to us, but... Interesting. What we now know from her, from Aphrodite, from Hermes, is that the transition is pretty much always planned, or always done through making friendship and building up the knowledge, etc. That's not quite what's been said here, but it was meant to happen months after she joined the band. So yeah, Can you speed that up?
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not.
You should know about them, Freddy.
They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
I came for your help, to be honest. Now can I meet Asterion? Let's
Actually,
try and
I came
fulfill
here
this.
to speak to Asterion. If he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
Oh, are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
From the line of Calliope. I'm here for your love life. No, that sounds wrong. That sounds bad. Pan sent me.
I'm here on behalf of Pan. He owes you a favor? Something to do with...
No, not Pan. Nah, never heard of him.
Asterion, of course you know Pan.
No idea what he'd want. No, sir, no favours. Nah, not this Minotaur.
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
It is written.
Lots of
Did you
things have
hear
been
that?
written.
Pan sends me all this way, and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
Could we sneak in?
Maybe we could sneak in somewhere. Could there be a back door?
And do what? You weren't thinking of... do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh,
All right, gold boy.
you're still here. I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, innit? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Kate?
Kate? You don't mean...
Hey, Katie.
Oh, that is so cute.
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It
Interesting.
has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
You're in love with Wicked herself. Okay. You're in love with Hecate?
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me and she doesn't even have to be. And we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. I want to try. Won't you help me?
Why Kate?
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
A reasonable
She
name.
really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
Wow, she didn't give out compliments or gratitude, does she? Why not talk to Hecate?
have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time, I end up knocking over a table, or killing a cat, or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words. Right? Really not good.
You killed a witch's cat. Okay. You're really the Minotaur.
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead.
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a ballet.
Okay, let's see my help
so
you.
you're in love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. Please say you'll help me.
What if she turns you down?
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
She probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once, I'd like to be able to ask her, you know, to say it out loud
As
instead.
long as you embrace it, might not work. That's
I'll
fine.
still help you, no matter what she says. I promise.
What will you do in return?
I do this, and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
Brave man, I got this.
Okay. I have an idea.
You do? Well, you do?
You, my bullish friend, are gonna sing your little heart out.
Grace always has the best ideas.
I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
I'm not great at words. I'm more of a dancer.
Just speak from the heart. Be honest.
You can do it.
You cast a spell on me.
Not good voice, but not bad start.
Obviously.
Weaker.
But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be.
Alright, it's got a terrible voice, but...
'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically.
Try complimenting her.
Just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me?
It's okay. Okay, what are some of the things you love about her?
Let's try this.
Hecate, with you there's so much to love. Oh, I'm not saying you're fat.
Did not just say that.
Okay, hold on.
Wow.
Things she doesn't know about herself.
Oh, Katie, to me, you know you in rapture?
Not bad.
Is your pallid skin. Your
Oh,
lips
God.
are so thin.
No.
Your love of books.
Asterion, I have but one thought. Why is it that you seem so distraught?
I don't think she's picking up what you're dropping.
In love
Oh, she is.
with me. You couldn't possibly. Really?
Oh, you're doing great.
She's an insecurity, is.
You've cast a spell on me.
Let's take that one away.
It's a feeling that's
Let's definitely take that one away.
but let's say categorically. Oh, Katie.
He needs to take this one himself.
You and me.
Painful as he is to listen to.
Katie. Yeah, that's what I've always called you. It sounds juvenile, but that name makes me smile. I've always wanted to tell you. Anyways, as friends, I'm only a fraction of what I can be. I mean, I'll still make you tea, but don't you want more than tea?
Is this what you truly wish to do? This love could easily fall through. Imagine if we ceased to be. It's a possibility, don't you see?
Oh, God, he's looking pretty bad.
Hecate, it could be this spell on me has blinded my eyes from what you can see.
Don't back away. No,
If
don't
there's
back away.
Even the smallest possibility
No.
of losing you somehow, I'll take it back now.
Freddy, get in there.
I'll finish. Could someone please rescue me?
Get in there, Freddy.
Freddy, you gotta step in.
Me?
Yeah, you're just as qualified as I am.
Hecate, I'd say he's really put himself
He
out
has.
there.
Badly, but he has.
No, he cannot undo. It's a brave thing to do. Wish I had his daring. Well, I'm saying that I've missed out before. Last chances rushed out that exit.
Been there, done that.
I couldn't
ever let my heart be heard, and it's withering.
Both need to speak from the heart.
Now I'm reconsidering. I have always counted on you to speak to me honestly. You're at my beck and call. I've never thanked you at all, and yet you still love me. I let travelers know which way to go, but it bothers me. My own path I forego, always seemed apropos, yet where has this led me?
Maybe one step across the line
Second.
will weave its own spell in given time.
The thought with which I must contend is, can I love my
You deserve
friend?
love stories.
Yes. Just decide.
Asterion,
Kate?
it seems you've cast a spell on me.
You will not regret this.
Not yet. It is written. You've cast a
Wow.
spell on me. To think I shall have my own story. You've cast a spell on me. And we shall write it together. You've cast a spell on me. A tale of romance and glory. You've cast a spell on me. But do we have enough leather?
He does, he's a bull. Queen of Magic, strip his hide off him, tan it, and repair his hide. There you go.
Well, that was diverting. You felt this way the entire time, Asterion, and you said nothing?
I didn't think I was worthy. I mean, look at me. I'm only, half a man.
You have been a devoted friend over the long and lonely years, Asterion. I only wish I had realized sooner we could have been more. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
Wasn't it written?
I don't get it. Didn't you know this would happen? Wasn't it written?
Of course it was. It was also written that I would be unaware of Asterion's feelings until he spoke them to me.
But you knew that.
I follow the rules. It is written.
Wow. Deny yourself knowledge until you're meant to have it. I do that in role-playing games. Yeah, I've run characters into death because they would act in a different way than things I knew. Yeah. I haven't done it in real life. If I've got knowledge, I try and use it. Help me in return.
There is a way to repay me. I still need to find out who killed Calliope.
I fear I am oath-sworn to discuss no matters that occur within these halls.
But all I need is...
If there are revelations from my investigation into the abnormality, you shall be informed. Come, Asterion, I wish to speak of this further, and find an appropriate outfit.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
Yeah, we can do that.
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise. So, when I tell you.
Whew! You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
You know, the one thing she said that's slightly worrying, he said, you won't regret it, and she said, not yet, it's written. But then again, let's face it, so was when Calliope was meant to die, and that was wrong. Everything okay?
Everything's okay, I hope?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was so wonderful. Kate just wanted to talk about feelings and that, which, neither of us are good at.
Yeah, I can
Right,
believe that.
So, I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
She did what?
I didn't even
No,
know she had.
we didn't know anything about that. Do you mean the night she died?
Oh, well, I thought you already knew. Yeah, the night Calliope died,
Ooh.
she broke in somehow. Thing is, we know she didn't take anything or even touch anything. I just remember the alarms, and I chased after her.
Interesting. Did you ever
You
find her?
chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her.
Yeah.
All I know is that she was hurt, bleeding bad, but I don't know why. I wanted to help her, but she got away in the fog. Then I ran into Medusa.
Oh.
What? Medusa? Here?
Yeah. Well, she's not normally here. I think maybe she was chasing after Calliope too.
Did she catch her and kill her? Reliquary has alarms. Yeah, we've been told it does, so I don't care. How do you know nothing was taken? Not so relevant. We already know nothing was taken. Why was Medusa here?
What was Medusa doing here?
She was chasing after Calliope too, I think, but she wouldn't say why. I asked. She never got into the reliquary though. She was just out here in the fog.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
How was Calliope wounded?
How could Calliope have been wounded?
It couldn't have been Medusa, like I said. She never got close.
Interesting.
But Calliope was wounded inside the reliquary?
That's where the blood was. We don't have anything that would attack anyone, though.
So someone else. But they did it inside the reliquary.
If so, they vanished after.
Weird. Well, I guess we have to use these anyway. The reliquary has alarms.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Yeah, did it catch anything?
No, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know,
Yeah.
magic.
I don't know
Wards and
magic,
glyphs.
actually.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched.
Wards
It
and
was set
glyphs.
off, so something happened in the reliquary. We just don't know what exactly.
How do you know nothing was taken?
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched.
Oh, so
It
she
makes
doesn't
her
know it
so
wasn't.
mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
How did Calliope get inside then?
Those alarms don't go off if someone breaks into the reliquary? They don't detect intruders?
Yeah, you'd think they would.
Normally nobody does that.
Calliope did. Someone else could have.
Yeah, but the alarms are just to protect all the books and relics. That's it.
Hmm.
Whatever Calliope did here, it was enough to set off the alarms. That's all I know.
What kind of relics are here?
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for
Yeah.
one, but couldn't find it before.
Oh,
Yeah,
did
that
find it.
I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can
Freddy.
neither confirm nor deny any of that. All
Stop
I know
nerding
is
out.
that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
Stop nerding out, Freddy. Not the time. So Athena knows what happened
Athena
here.
knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think.
Then she
We didn't know
knows I
Calliope
didn't
died
kill
that night,
her.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
though. Nope. Not that that's weird. She's she's not the chatty type, you know. She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
All I need to
This
know
means
for now.
Calliope came here the night she died. This is where she was attacked.
Which means
But
Athena
we
knows.
don't know by whom.
Well, this is the second time Medusa's name has come up. That can't be a coincidence.
Well, she's super scary, but you know she works for Athena, right? I thought maybe that's why she was here, but Athena said she didn't know about it.
So what she
That
said.
seems suspicious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
Yeah, don't make the girlfriend
You
mad.
okay there, friendo?
Thinking about Calliope.
I'm just thinking about Calliope. What happened to her here? Whatever she was trying to do, she probably didn't succeed. She ran from here, dying, maybe straight to our apartment.
Because you were her last hope.
Yeah. What if she hadn't made it? She must have known.
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
Interesting.
Pan! I hope you're here, because I don't know.
We'll catch up with that next time. Let's just catch up with the journal. Actually, first I want to discuss if Athena knows that Calliope was injured fatally, immortally wounded, in the reliquary, then she surely knows it wasn't Grace. She wouldn't have been able to get there as a mortal, would she? Not without help, as Freddy had. And she wouldn't have even known about it, remember? Which is extremely suspicious. If her agent was there, and she knows about the mortal-stroke-immortal wound, Calliope, it could well have been the agent, but what would Athena have to gain from it? Or was indeed she covering for her agent Medusa, and did Medusa do it for something? Medusa was supposedly... We don't know that Medusa didn't get into the reliquary. We know Bullboy didn't see her there. Could she have been hidden? Some kind of spell to keep her from sight? The alarms don't detect people going in, so we've known about it from that. Okay, that was unexpected. Freddy and I went to the reliquary, not expecting much, and instead we found out from Asterion. Calliope was there the night she died. Not only that, it's probably where she was attacked. She fled from the reliquary, bleeding, and probably went from there to my apartment. Bizarre, though. What was she even doing there? Asterion said that while she snuck into the reliquary, she didn't actually take anything. She set off the alarms and then ran out, chased by Asterion. And Medusa too? This is really major. How will I find out what happened to her inside? Nothing for Hermes there, surely. Nope. Aphrodite, nothing new. Apollo, I haven't had anything to do with him today. Athena. Did mention that Athena came to the reliquary the day after Calliope died, tipped off by Medusa maybe. Or by Hecate herself, I guess. Athena swore Hecate to secrecy, but about everything, but not Asterion, as she happily pointed out. But does this mean she knows what happened to Calliope there? Possibly. Persephone shouldn't have anything new. Pan... nothing yet. So Freddy and I went to Liquid to do Pan's little favour, and wouldn't you know it, that's where Calliope was attacked. That's where she was before she went to the apartment. That's quite a coincidence, isn't it? Eros, nothing new. Venus, nothing new. Medusa. Now this is interesting. Once Aphrodite's party was over, I spoke to Venus and Eros. Oh, they mentioned that, yes. Medusa's name came up again. Asterion told me that she was at the reliquary the night Calliope died. And that's also where she was attacked. He didn't seem to think Medusa did it because Medusa never got inside the reliquary, and that's where the attack happened as far as he knows. But her presence there can't be a coincidence. Medusa either did it or she knows something important about what happened. I admit I'm still surprised she went along with it. My power doesn't make anyone do anything they don't want. So I guess deep down she wanted to love as much as Asterion did. I suppose her book tells her how their relationship turns out in the end. It doesn't look like it matters to her much. I hope this means she can be happy, at least for a while. Get this, the Asterion who Pan sent me to is none other than the Minotaur, that's right. Half man, half bull, but not really the monster all the stories talk about. Actually, take it back. Not a monster at all. He's an adorable, awkward, stuttering pile of man pudding who's hopelessly in love with Hecate, and is desperate for my help to hook them up. Wasn't all that hard, honestly. I think Hecate was lonely too. And in the end, she seemed happy to accept Asterion's hand, once she was assured of his love, and that it was for real. And it is, I think. It really is. The two of them are ridiculously cute and weird together. Yeah, she doesn't care what the future holds. She just lives for now. I can understand that one. I seriously can. Alright. Hit the like, comment, subscribe if you wish the channel to grow. Enjoy your coffee. And may you have a blessed day.